Father James here. One of the most common sins that young men deal with, especially when I'm counseling and all that sort of stuff, is the sin problem of lust. It is incredibly prevalent and easily accessible. The things that lead to that temptation, right, in the world today, and there are many sort of weapons that we have in our arsenal. We have talk about working out, making sure that you limit yourself on your cell phone, have software, etc. And those are all well and good, and I commend those to you. One that I want to add, that especially within the Protestant tradition, Anglicanism, even Anglicanism and Lutheranism, we don't do as much as we should, and we have the tools for them, is going to confession. When you confess to the same priest weekly, it becomes a bit difficult to fall into those same sins because you are having to confess those same sins to the same man before God in a sacramental act, and uh, it's embarrassing, right? And you don't want to do that. And this is actually, this is a good rule and help for fighting against lust, but honestly, it's great for just a practice in general. I even if you aren't dealing with something like lust, or if you're not dealing with any particular sin that's a habit for you, uh, whether or not it's embarrassing or anything, going to weekly confession is incredibly helpful. And it's a practice that I do. I have a confessor. I just moved to a new area, so I've now got a weekly confessor. We meet every Saturday, and he's a wonderful priest and a wonderful man of God. And I commend this to you, and I just want to emphasize what it should be. It should be the same priest, and it should be weekly. Right now, it doesn't mean that if you can't be with him for 1 week because he's out of town or something, that you don't go to confession. Go to another priest, right? But as you take as you take confession seriously, you are going to take your sin seriously. I think it's incredibly important. The more seriously you take confession, the more seriously you will take your sin. So go to weekly confession as often as possible. Go to the same priest and confess your sins before God and before his clergy. All right, blessings.